If you're not safe anywhere in the world, you should be safe in your own house and your own backyard. We mandate the federal government to bring back our daughters and our children. 2, 3, 4, please.
There's that heartfelt plea there. And there's the hashtag that's going around the world. Bring back our girls. And we should add, alive and safe. It's a battle cry heard around the world as the outrage really grows over those abducted Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped into slavery and forced marriage by the Islamic militant group Boko Haram. All right, here's their leader. The group is against Western education, saying it's a sin. Most of the girls were kidnapped from school. They're just trying to get an education. Well, now more girls kidnapped overnight, bringing the count to over 200. The people of Nigeria say they are relying on social media now to find out about their missing girls.
The social media has been a powerful tool for us in Nigeria because traditional media has failed us. Information is sparse and almost non-available. For weeks, people do not know the number of girls that were missing. So we have been able to fill in the gap.
All right, we welcome now our newest HLN correspondent, Yasmin Vasugian, who's been covering this story, following it closely. How could this happen again? 8 more?
Mike, thanks so much for having me on. This is such a tragic situation. You're right. 8 more girls were abducted last night, adding to the 223 girls taken in the middle of April. But it happened again because this is somewhat of a lawless area. This area has been in a state of emergency for a year or so. This area is ruled by a different political party than the president, meaning Goodluck Jonathan has less control in the area. And as we see in this video, the leader of Boko Haram is taunting the parents and the government, announcing he will sell his victims.
Unthinkable there. The taunt, the laughter there. What is the Nigerian government doing, Yasmin?
So Goodluck Jonathan spoke with Secretary of State John Kerry this morning, and he's welcoming America's offer to help rescue these girls. The U.S. would not be providing boots on the ground, but instead they're providing intelligence information, satellite imagery, and they're also pledging to provide military and law enforcement personnel who basically have expertise in hostage negotiations. But what we need to remember is many of the Nigerian people do not necessarily trust their government. So even if people know where they are, they're not necessarily willing to offer that info up, especially because they're actually scared of Boko Haram. And like I said earlier, that region has been under a state of emergency, so it's not going to be an easy task.
Okay, and not to blame anybody, but many wonder, okay, why would parents send their girls to a school in an area where there's violence? And Boko Haram's mission, in part, is to focus on schools that educate girls in the area.
Look, we can't be a prisoner in our own homes, and this is their home. Parents in Nigeria believe education's the way out. They want their daughters to become doctors and lawyers, like we all do, and to create a better life for themselves. So frankly, there's not a lot of schooling options in the area. The average education expectancy of an adolescent girl is 8 years, and 1 in 2 girls is illiterate. It's an impossible situation, and they're taking what they can get, as we see in this video from this girl.
Most of friends that don't stay on campus, they make immediately after lectures, everyone goes home. No one extracurricular activities. Nobody really wanted to stay because most of us we didn't feel safe. So we just came to school and immediately we went back home.
I'll also say I've been to Nigeria, and kidnapping is a threat throughout the entire country, not just in the Northeast region.
Hey, Yasmin, thanks again. We'll check back with you in a little bit, and we know if you're on Twitter, just keep an eye on that hashtag, Bring Back Our Girls.